Yoga Yoga Yogeshwaraya Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya Kala Kala Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya.
It was a vision of the very core of the cosmos in all its profundity and magnificence, a vision of the unfathomable mysteries of the universe, a most overwhelming vision the sages and Devi Parvati had ever witnessed. Devi Parvati, seeing Adiyogi reveling in ecstatic states, said, "I want to have what you have, show me the way." Adiyogi absorbed her and made her a part of himself, and hence he is the Ardhanari, the ideal man, where one half of him is woman. Seeing the splendor of this magnificent union, Ghanas, his constant companions, asked, "What about us?" Adiyogi said, "Just drink of me," which drove them into intoxicated raptures. Seven sages, the Saptarishis, took the sacred science of yoga in all its forms to human habitations across the planet, which turned into crucibles of civilization. This spectacular being is not of the past, but the future of humanity. To move humanity from hallucinations of ups and downs to nameless ecstasies of one's interiority. Mahadevaya Namaha, Mahadevaya Namaha, Mahadevaya Namaha.
Yogeshwaraya Bhuta Bhuta Bhuteshwaraya Kala Kala Kaleshwaraya Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya.
We have a lot of questions from our viewers online. Could we ask you a few of those?
So many questions. Okay.
We have a question from Adish from Maharashtra. He says, Namaskaram Sadhguru. I would like to know more about this Mahamantra initiation. They say that Om Namah Shivaya should only be chanted after one is initiated by a guru. Why is that? How can we continue this at home when we are not in your presence?
I'm asking, how the hell are you going to be without my presence? Well, hey, I'm answering a question. Well, the simple way is, it is online that you can get the correct pronunciation of how it should be done, how it should be spaced. And when you do this, at least the first 21 days, light a lamp or keep a picture and please shower and sit down, because the physical body has its grime. It's very important that when you do or when you touch certain aspects of life, body is in a certain state. So, a shower, at least first 21 days, a lamp or a picture, then start the chant, guided. The audio recordings are there, guided, you do it. You just keep this up, 20 minutes, 21 minutes, every day, morning, evening if possible, at least morning. It'll do wonders to you. These are 5 syllables which have immense impact on the 5 elements of who you are. Please make use of it. Oh.
Sadhguru, I'm Jabir from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm 29 years old.
Oh, just like me, huh? I'm sorry, please, Rini.
People are willing to take up all kinds of things to be cool, even when it's bad for them. For example, smoking cigarettes. Why is it so difficult to convince my friends that meditation is cool though it seems to have so many benefits?
Oh, if something is cool, whole lot of people have this idea. Something is cool means it must be destructive also. No, what cool means is that no matter what kind of situation you're in, you're still well. That's cool. Hello? Yes! Life can throw whatever it wants, but you are the way you are. The way you are is not determined by what's around you or what somebody else is doing to you or what life situations are doing to you. That's cool. So, if you think cigarette or anything else like that is going to make you cool, all the best. You've got fire in your mouth and you think you're cool? Hello? Well, meditation is cool fire. It burns without burning anything because it's driven by transcendence, not by transaction. The nature of transactional world is such, if you have to get this, you have to burn that. You want light, you have to set fire to something. This is the nature of transactional life, this or that. Meditation is of transcendence, where it burns without burning anything. It burns without fuel. That's cool fire. Let's make it happen, huh? Your friends, your Nigerian guys, if they're not getting it, get them here, we'll make them cool.
Elena from United States asks, Namaskaram Sadhguru, my sister speaks about a deep connection with life through writing poetry, while I connect through yoga practice. Yet we describe similar experiences. Are these different expressions of the same thing? Is yoga the only way to experience the full depth of life?
Yes, the only way. Because there is nothing outside the ambit of yoga. You breathe, it's one kind of yoga. You walk, it's another kind of yoga. You sing, another kind of yoga. You write poetry, another kind of yoga. Because yoga is not about twisting and turning. Yoga means you consciously obliterating the boundaries of your individuality. Do it whichever the way you want, but please do it. Yoga ratova, bhoga ratova. Any which way. The important thing is break the shell of your limited individuality. Let something more than this happen to you.
Vaishak from Kerala asks, Sadhguru, there is a lot of political debate about the caste census right now. What is the significance of the caste census today?
Well, I see many of you which are not of Indian origin faces, so let me explain a little bit. What caste means is, there was a time when there were no technical colleges or any kind of training institutes. The only place where you trained for skills of life was your family and among your own clan. So, if your father was a blacksmith, you trained to become a blacksmith. And you marry a girl from blacksmith's family because there is an ecosystem that you want. You don't want somebody who doesn't fit into that kind of work. So it was a work description that over a period of time became a traditional process of transferring skills and knowledge different people took to different things. But somewhere along the way, the goldsmith started thinking he is superior to the blacksmith. Though you can live without a goldsmith, I'm sorry ladies, we can live without a goldsmith, but you can't live without a blacksmith. But goldsmith thinks he's superior to the blacksmith. So this is a human problem. In every society, some idiot thinks he's better than the other by birth. If you're better by what you're doing, great. But you're better by birth means you're heading for ruin. Unfortunately, this happened that over a period of time, what was essentially a distribution of work and a way of transferring skills from generation to generation became discriminatory, took some horrible forms. Even today, in rural India, still it persists. But on another level, it is a social security system. I must tell you this. My grandfather opened up a big chowdhury. I think his father also had done it. He expanded it further. And in this place, I was very young, if I remember right, somewhere around 200 to 300 students would stay there. These are all children from remote villages where there are no schools. They come here, free stay, free food, free education, but they must study. There is a warden with a stick, they must study. Everything free. Only for his clan, only for his caste. Well, similar things were done by other people for their own cause. So it was a kind of a social security system that this was so in India. If you go to any village and you say, I belong to this caste, those people will feed you. Otherwise, you have no social security. So till we build a proper social security, these things have worked, but the word caste should be vocabulary of the past, not of the future. In 21st century, we don't need that. But at the same time, it's important that we don't dismantle any structure without creating a better alternative structure. When there is no alternative structure, people will fall through the cracks. Ordinary people will suffer because there is no support system. So this is happening in urban centers today. People who are living in the village migrate to the city. There is no caste, there is no clan. Well, if you don't make it, you just go to the very bottom to be exploited in every possible way. This happens in every country. So, these were kind of support systems or social securities which are still working. So I would always say, however bad a system is, before dismantling it, create a better system, otherwise too many people will suffer. But in 21st century, we should not be dividing the society on the basis of caste. This is being talked about, I know, but I don't think that's the place to go. It is time that people start forgetting what is their caste. We create a society where everybody is supported, where everybody has a way to survive, where everybody has a way to thrive, not just my clan. Here in Yoga Center, we don't even ask, we don't even know which religion you are, which caste you are, what the hell you are. If you look like a human being, you're okay with me. Let that be the way forward. Who your father was should not determine who you are. Who you are should determine who you are. A society where you are measured for your competence, you are measured for your way of being, you are measured for what you can do. not for who your father was. It's time to do that.
Sadhguru Karthikeyan from Tamil Nadu asks, in my town, there is a temple that I go to every day. The local priest noticed a crack in the idol and dunked it in the deepest part of the river because it was cracked. They drowned my god, and now they are replacing it. It was so close to my heart. How can they do this, Sadhguru?
I'm standing next to the miracle of mind. Are you cracked? Well, you must understand, you live in a civilization where this is the only civilization on the planet which is fully conscious that we created the gods. Everywhere else, they've been told God created them. But this is a culture and civilization where we are conscious that we created our gods. That's why we make them the way we want. Hello? Now, all of you know that once a year you have the Ganapati festival. We make a Ganapati. Those of you who don't understand, the elephant-faced god, I'm sure you've seen. We make him nicely out of mud or maybe dough. We worship him like he's everything. After 15 days, we drown him in the water and he dissolves and we're very happy. How's that? Where else in the world is it possible that which you consider as God, you drown him and dissolve him? There are many such cultures. In Bastar, they worship the Devi for one whole year and at the end of the year, they drown her. This is this kind of culture. But your temple priest, I'm glad he's doing what he's doing, because if an idol is properly consecrated, it's reverberating with some energy. If it cracks or if it's damaged in some way, it's possible that it became a receding energy. Once it becomes a receding energy, that's not good for people. People should not go near it. We will usually find the deepest part of the river and drop it, or they'll take it to the ocean and drop it so that nobody is influenced by it. It's a good thing to do. So, these days, a cracked idol, if you find, you bring it and keep it in your garden because you think it's a nice decor. No, it's not a good thing to do. If it is not well consecrated, it doesn't matter, it's just stone. But if it's well consecrated and now it's damaged, it becomes a receding force and it could cause damage to human beings. It's best that you're not around that. There are some famous places in Tamil Nadu, I don't want to name it, that it is believed if you go there, you will face failure. The political leaders of the state will never go to this temple because they will lose their election if they go there, because it's receding energy. For a long time, it's been receding. So, your temple priest, whoever he is, seems to be a wise man. It's a good thing to do.
Virushti from Gujarat asks, Sadhguru, you mentioned that you never pray in any temple. Then why are you building so many temples? Why do you want us to go to these temples?
I never taught you a prayer, I only built a temple. You must understand, the word prayer as an act means you're appealing for something. Even if you go to the court of law, you present a prayer. Dear Lord, these are the words in the court also. Oh my Lord, I want this. So prayer is essentially a kind of appeal. So in that context I said, no matter what, I never appealed. I'm saying,
If there is something here that you consider as divine and it needs your advice how to function, no good. Hello? If it's of a higher intelligence than me, it's stupid for me to tell him what to do. If he's a lower intelligence than me, again it's stupid for me to tell him what to do. Hello? I believe it is of a higher intelligence than me, so I don't say anything as to what he should do or she should do. They can do whatever. It's for me to handle it the way it comes. They wanted to crack my head, they cracked my head and removed half my brain, but I'm doing fine with half a brain, hello? So, I never prayed, nor should you. It is… a temple is an energetic space. It's for you to just soak it in. But if you just say that, you need a phone, if you go into the temple, you have to take pictures of the idol, or you must be making… all right, that one. Otherwise, something. So you need something. So we'll teach you something, no, I mean a mantra, okay? If you don't know how to be silent, use appropriate sounds to become silent. If you simply know how to be still, no need for anything. If you do not know how to be still, we can use some sounds to bring that stillness. But that's not prayer, you're not asking for anything. If you go into your powerful space, never ask for anything. So do whatever the hell you want, I will handle it. Hello?
Medhashri from Karnataka asks, Namaskaram Sadhguru, I'm a Shiva Bhakta. I want to see the real Shiva, not just a linga or a statue. What do I have to do for that?
Wow. Shiva, how far can I go? No, the microphone. Hello? The word Shiva means that which is not. If you want to perceive that which is not, that means that which doesn't have a form or a feel. How to perceive that? Right now, your ability to perceive through the five sense organs is only what you can see. See, right now, tell me, am I more important to you or the air that you breathe right now is more important to you? Be honest, huh? Now who said? Don't think I'm that naive. The air that you breathe is vital, but you can't see it. Because you can't see it, you can argue it's not there. But if you hold your nose, then you know, you won't survive. So, anything which is subtle, your sense organs are not able to perceive. So that which is not means that which doesn't have a form, that which doesn't have a feel, that which doesn't have any smell or taste. How to perceive that? Your perception has to transcend, because you can't see the air unless you're from Delhi. That's why they're smoking it, so that you can see it. Now so if you want to perceive that, you need to transcend your sense organs. There are ways to perceive beyond the five senses of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and touching. Beyond that, there is perception. But it will need a certain level of focus and above all, involvement. Right now, 21st century, oh, you don't know the problems of a guru. Getting people focused on some damn thing, you know what all circus you have to do? Hello? Because we have the most distracted generation ever. Some jing-bang should be happening all the time. Little 2 minutes of nothing means they will become depressed, they'll have FOMO. Maybe I'm missing out the whole universe. On the phone screen, of course. Look at this guy. So, because of this looks like a very impossible task. It is not. If you bring a profound sense of involvement into something, anything, absolute sense of involvement, you will know what is Shiva. That which is not, that which is formless, that which is without any field or any kind of boundary. It's not somewhere, it's everywhere, but you are incapable of experiencing anything outside of this. Hello? Right now, are you able to hear me? Where do you hear me? Within yourself? Where do you see me? Within yourself? So you are incapable of experiencing anything outside of you. So even if it comes to Shiva, you can only experience it within yourself because everything that's physical about you, everything which has a form and a feel about you, you gathered from this planet. Huh? Who am I talking to? Anything that you can touch about you and see, you gathered from outside, isn't it? So what you gather can be yours, it's not you. To gather so much, there must be something more fundamental. So what you have gathered, if you can keep it aside for a minute, this is what meditativeness means. Meditation means this, all that you have gathered, keep it down for a moment, then you are Shiva.
Hyun Lee Moon from Korea asks,
Which
Sadhguru,
Korea? Which is it, south or north? Accordingly I'll answer.
Sadhguru, I came from abroad and I find it difficult to comprehend Shiva. Gods and demons worship him. He's a man, but also part woman. I find him quite strange, yet I am drawn to him. How can I better relate to Shiva?
Well, he is not a guy who is looking for relationships. Not a guy who is looking for relationships. So, how can you relate to him? Well, how do you… See, you live in a home, whatever kind of home it is, you know if the ceiling leaks, you know that. The flooring is cracked, you know that. If rats coming out of the walls, you know that. But you do not know the condition of the foundation, isn't it? Most important part of your house, but you have no clue. That's the problem. You have no relationship with the foundations because you can't see it, you can't feel it, you're not living there. The same thing here. You are not living with the roots. You are too enamored with the surface. I don't even know if you've looked at your wife's face or your husband's face in the last 15 days, unless you have a photo on the… Hello? Because she keeps sending it. She keeps sending it. I take this thing seriously, be careful, huh? So, how do you relate to Shiva? How do you relate to the roots of who you are? The only way is to turn inward. Turning inward does not mean contemplation. Turning inward does not mean analyzing and synthesizing yourself. Turning inward means going beyond all that you have gathered from outside. Body is gathered from outside. All the content of the mind is gathered from outside. What is left? I want you to look at it. Just do this every day before you go to bed. Everything that belongs to you, I know all of you, many of you are here with your families, but I want you to know, I'll bless you with a long life, but either they will die or you will die one day. Hello? I'll bless you with a full life, but still you will die. Is that okay? Either you will die or the people that you love will die, one of them will die. So anyway, this is going to happen. So at least when you go to sleep, sit on your bed for 2 minutes and consciously in your mind, everything, your home, your wealth, your qualifications, your positions in the world, your relationships, your body, your mind, everything, keep it aside and just sleep. A few days it looks like you're doing something funny, that doesn't work, just keep doing it. You will see one day you will wake up as something totally phenomenal. A phenomenal being, not a mental mess, a being. Are you human beings or… Are you human beings? So you must understand, you are the only creature on the planet who is being referred to as a being. This is because you are supposed to know how to be. What a mistake they made, huh? Hello? You are supposed to know how to be. What we do is according to the needs of the world, but how to be? If you knew how to be, do you have any goddamn problem in your life? This is a simple thing you have to do. 2 minutes before you go to bed, keep everything aside, everything that you gathered. House you gathered, wealth you gathered, money you gathered, husband, wife, children you gathered. Oh, is it okay? Body you gathered, your very mind you gathered, keep everything aside. It's not going to go away, they're not going to leave you so easy, come on. Just keep it aside and sleep. Every day, just do this. One day you will wake up very different. And… no, I'm not talking about your divorce, that's not what I'm talking. Please.
Sadhguru, we have a lot of questions that have come in, but perhaps we can end with this. This comes from Sumangini from Odisha, and she asks, Sadhguru, if just 7 minutes of meditation is sufficient, why did Saptarishis and other yogis spend so many years doing intense sadhana?
Oh, that's because all of you are so smart and fantastic and they were no good people, huh? That's what you want to hear? No. 7 minutes is a horrible constipation. At least 7 minutes. This is not to enlighten you, at least stay mentally healthy. Hello? This is not for a genuine seeker. This is for 3 billion people who would do nothing about themselves, and even if they fall sick, they think it's because of somebody. Hello? It's for them. That those who have not even taken responsibility for how they are right now, you burst out in anger or some madness, you don't even understand it's me who's doing this, you think it's he who did it to me. Hello? At least 7 minutes will wake you up. After you wake up, I'm sure if you've tasted something good, you will go for more. I believe so. Starters, yes, that's a good word. Starters. The dessert is coming later, that's something else. Please. Oh, is that the last question? Okay. Anyway, I want to tell you something, something very important, but I want all of you to behave in a certain way for that to happen. We have water from Mahakumbh, okay? We want to put it on you, spray it on you, but you shouldn't all push into the barricade, okay? If you can all come close and simply stand there without moving, not trying to head the water drops, okay? Those of you footballers, don't try to head the water drop, all right? Just stand there with and don't put the first… do not push the first row people who are here into the barricade. Do not push anybody, okay? Just stand still. If all of you maintain that, only if you maintain that, those of you who could not travel to Mahakumbh, you will get a little bit of that, okay? But should not push each other, okay? Please maintain this. Come.
the Mahakumbh Tirtham on the day of the culmination of the Mahakumbh. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have this Tirtham in the Nandi area for those of you who didn't receive it now from Sadhguru.
Mind is taking instructions from you, it is the greatest miracle.